Do not simp for anybody and don't become very obsessed with someone. So, growing up, I knew this girl and she's kind of like a family friend. She lives nearby. She's around my age. I'm a bit older than her. And she goes to college in another state. Basically, we go to different colleges. And last summer of 2025, she's back home from college, and I'm doing an internship. Just a regular internship, 9 to 5. Start at 9 in the morning, come back at 5 in the evening. So basically, that kind of changed my gym schedule because I normally go around lunchtimes, sometimes in the mornings, but now I mostly have to go in the evenings because I gotta be at the office. And since I started going in the evenings, I coincidentally started seeing her at the gym that I go to. And I had no idea that she was going to my gym. And I remember when I first saw her after a long while, I talked to her at the gym for like 2 or 3 minutes. It was just a casual catch up, like, hey, how you doing? How's college? What are you studying? Are you working at the moment? Just like that sort of stuff. And I remember at one point, she told me that she used to go to another gym the previous year. But since the gym memberships of that gym became very expensive, she switched over to my gym. And she had no idea that I was going here. And I had no idea either until she told me that. And I most certainly don't know why, but I started to become very obsessed with her. Like, I wanted to be in a relationship with her real bad. I had a huge crush on her, and so on. And it was around this time that I added her on Instagram. And I remember the first time we talked at the gym, like, I was like over the moon. I was like head over heels. And I was like thinking, wow, I could really potentially start a relationship with her. Someone that I knew growing up. Someone that I knew that we both grew up together. And it would be so ideal to be in a relationship with her because we kind of knew each other for a long time. And I remember after we talked at the gym that first time, it was around this time that she added me back on Instagram. And I kind of continued the conversation with her on Instagram because she has an older sibling that's in a different country. And I kind of just asked about her. Kind of just asked about her sibling. Just to see like what's up, how is she doing and all that. Just to kind of potentially try further on the conversation with her. Potentially try develop my crush on her. And hopefully that could potentially lead to a relationship with her. And I remember one day I was at the office for my internship. And it was kind of during lunch break. And I was just kind of on my phone. And I noticed that she actually sent me a few messages on Instagram. And, she kind of answered them. Then I kind of sent more messages to her. Just to like see what's up and all that. Ask about her family and so on and her friends. And then she left me undelivered. Like, I kind of noticed that she hadn't responded to my messages. And it was kind of like a day or two. Kind of like 3 or 4 days in already. And I still noticed that she hadn't responded to my messages. And my dumb ass probably thought that, oh, she's probably busy with work. Because I know she was kind of working around this time and then going to the gym in the evenings. And I was like, I'll just leave her be. She's probably too busy with work. She probably has stuff to deal with home with her parents. And I was like, you know what, just leave it. I'll let her respond when she wants to, when she's free and available to do so. And yet, even more, I was still obsessed with her. Like my crush on her was like getting like very, very big. And I just really wanted to be with her, man. And since I've been going to the gym 5 times a week, and I had been able to kind of analyze like when she was going, like I kind of knew her pattern and her schedule. Not to sound creepy or not like I'm trying to stalk her or anything, but I kind of figured out the times she usually went on at the certain days she went. And since I had the option to work from home throughout my internship, I chose to work from home on certain days so that I could go to the gym in the morning on the days she's not going, and then on the days that I have to go to the office, I'll go right in the evenings. And I felt like some part of me kind of wanted to see her more often. Perhaps now that I could match the times that she's going to the gym, perhaps she'll see me more often and I'll see her more often. And perhaps that might try get her to notice me or something. You know what I'm saying? And like, dude, it's been like 3 or 4 weeks already, and I was still left undelivered. And mind you, when we were at the gym, up until that first time we talked, it's been like 4 weeks already. We haven't really talked yet and since at the gym. And my dumbass just still thought that she's probably too busy. You know, maybe she's stressed out, maybe she's burned out, she's not even checking her phone. But you very well know that's a lie. Like, given the current and modern age that we live in, almost everybody's on their phone. They're on Instagram, they're on Snapchat, they're on YouTube, they're checking their DMs on Facebook, whatever. Like, it was kind of at this point that I knew something was up. Because I would see her at the gym during her usual schedule and when I was going. And I was literally confused. Because throughout her workout, in between her sets, I'd always see her on her phone, just scrolling, perhaps texting somebody. And I was thinking, like, I'm still left undelivered. It's been like 4 or 5 or 6 weeks by now. And you still haven't responded back to me on Instagram. And I guess you could be like, why don't you just go up and talk to her? But like, I was literally so nervous and shy to go talk to her in real life. Like, I just wanted to have the conversation up on Instagram. And now that I think about it, like, I feel very stupid on myself, because I should just overcome that fear and just go talk to her in real life. And I feel so stupid just kind of mentioning this right now, but I remember at one point I was so frustrated. Like, it was probably like 7 or 8 weeks by now already. Still left undelivered. We haven't really talked yet since that one conversation we had at the very beginning. And I literally remember asking ChatGPT. Like, I was asking AI, artificial intelligence. Like, I literally gave it my whole backstory. And I kind of asked for suggestions, like, what should I say to her? How do I overcome the fear? Why is she leaving me undelivered? And I feel so stupid, like, because why am I asking AI? Why am I asking ChatGPT to help me with my current situation? Like, I want to be in a relationship with her real bad. I have a huge crush on her. Yet, these are the signs that she's kind of giving me. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Or I don't know what I'm feeling. And I do remember when ChatGPT gave me suggestions on how I should go up to her and approach her. You know, I kind of rehearsed and like tried to remember on like what I should say to her. You know, it was something like, hey, we've been seeing each other a lot at the gym recently, and then would you like to catch up with coffee or something afterwards? And I feel so stupid, like, honestly, like, trying to recall and rehearse, like, on what I should say to her. And I feel like such a dumbass. I said this before, but I feel like such a dumbass. Like, I changed my life schedule. I changed my internship routine, my work from home benefits. I changed all that just so I can see her at the gym and potentially try talk to her and try start a relationship with her. And by then, it's been like 8 or 9 weeks since she left me undelivered on Instagram. And I remember it was like towards the end of June, probably the last week of June of 2025. And I was at the gym one evening, and eventually at some point throughout my workout, I needed to use a machine, and she was actually using it. And just as she was kind of cleaning the machine with the tissues and the cleaning spray, as you should after you're done with your machines, when you're done working out with it, I kind of forced myself to go right for it because I needed the machine and she was done with it. I was like, perhaps I could potentially try strike up another conversation with her. And mind you, it's been like 10 weeks already since I last talked to her, since we first met at the gym. And we talked for like 1 or 2 minutes. But it was such a bad conversation. It was kind of like very bland. Like, it was not really like genuine or anything. It was just a usual catch up. It was like, hey, how are you doing? How's your work? How's your internship? How's your family? That sort of stuff. And I remember like probably less than 2 minutes in, she kind of like dipped out. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I gotta get going and stuff. I felt like she didn't really want to talk to me. And she just didn't want to be near me. I could kind of sense that when she was kind of talking to me, and just the whole atmosphere and the vibe of the conversation. And I'd say like 1 or 2 weeks, probably less than 3 weeks after the second conversation we had at the gym, like I was slowly losing interest. Like slowly. I was like, dude, we've only had 2 conversations at the gym. You left me undelivered. The last conversation we had was not even like genuine or anything. And I'm still seeing you at the gym. I'm still seeing you scroll on your phone in between your sets, texting your friends, texting whoever. And I remember it was on the 2nd week of July, or 3rd week. I think probably like the 2nd week of July. That's when I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm done. I said to myself, I'm done. I'm just gonna try avoid you and try avoid unnecessary contact with you. Because I feel like I feel like you're giving me signals which tells me and indicates to me that you're not interested in me. And I didn't say this to her, but I was kind of like saying to my mind, kind of saying to myself, like, dude, like, she doesn't really like you. If she likes you, you would be able to tell. You would know right away. And I remember during the summer break, she was kind of going on vacations with her friends and with her sibling. And she was still posting Instagram stories. She was putting up Instagram posts on her Instagram. Like, she was posting all these things. And yet, I'm still left undelivered. And it's been like probably 13 or 14 weeks by now or something. I don't even know, probably 11, 12 weeks. And I just want to say, since I lost interest in her that day around the 2nd week of July, since I gave up, I just want to say it's been more than 6 months later. We're now in January of 2026. So it's been half a year later since I lost interest in her. And you know what? I'm glad that I don't think much about it no more. I don't think much about the whole situation no more. I don't really care about her. Like I said, I wish her the best in life. I would like her to do well in life, but I could not care less no more, and I'm stopped. I stopped caring about her, honestly. And I just want to say, since it's now been like 8 months since I sent that message to her on Instagram, since I had that conversation with her on Instagram. And as of now, January 2026, I'm still left undelivered. And I had that conversation with her on Instagram around the end of May, the third or fourth week of May of 2025. It's been like 8 months already. And honestly, I stopped caring. I don't care no more. And honestly, I feel like such a huge idiot. I feel like such a huge dumbass. Because I felt like I should have asked her out at the gym right there and then. And be bold, be confident, and be strong in yourself. But even then, I kind of seen what kind of person she was and she kind of is. And like, I know obviously right now that it would not be worth it. Even if you two were to be in a relationship, I just don't think it would have been worth it. Seeing the kind of signs and signals that she kind of displayed and showed at that time, like, I think it'd be obvious that even if a relationship were to occur, it wouldn't even last at all. And I just want to say, if that girl does not treat you as equally to others, perhaps to her family, to her co-workers, to her siblings, to her friends, to her best friends, or whoever it is, that person, that girl you like, most certainly does not deserve your love, your energy, your time and appreciation. Don't stoop yourself so low. You most certainly deserve better. Don't ever fall for such girls like this. You absolutely deserve better and the best for you.